that countdown, Mo, but it was choppy. We are back on Unbiased Sports Talk. You know what, Ron? I've been waiting to do this for a long time.
I can tell your energy is different.
It's so different. We do this all day, every day. It's like wasted freestyle. We just be talking and recording nothing. This is what they wanted. This is what they've been waiting for.
It just dawned on me. I didn't talk to you all week.
You act like we played one another. So we both won. I don't know what the issue was. I was a little bit more salty with my team because I felt like we won, but we still felt like we lost.
Oh, let's start it off. Let's go. Let me hear this.
NFL recap, right to the playoffs games, man. What game you want to start off with first? Which one you want to start off with first?
Start off with the games I don't give a damn about. How about Detroit and the Bucks?
Well, recap, Detroit won the game. I had expected there was a game of like two bottom of the barrel keeper quarterbacks. Nobody really cared about these guys, but let me not disrespect the Michigan area, just the Detroit Lions I don't care about. No, good. It was a really good game. I really was rooting for Baker to just, push that game and go as far as he could with that team, and I was pushing for Baker to try to earn himself a contract. The Lions are a loaded team, and when golf is playing well, they can be a dangerous team. Lions won. Next.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up to some money when it comes to FanDuel and in Detroit. I kind of saw that coming.
I did.
Detroit got those two backs. I was like, yeah, one of them's going to have a day.
Yeah.
And then they have first off, they had home field advantage, and Detroit, not being in the playoffs for so long. Yeah, matter of fact, what's the last time they've been in the playoffs? But it is what it is. I mean,
not lifetime, and I'm old as dirt.
Yeah.
Before you say it.
Right.
Stop it. Get some help.
Next game.
Who's the other game I didn't really well, no, the other three games.
Our games you paid attention to.
Yeah, the other three games we paid attention to. Actually, let's jump to the Bills and the Patriots then. Nah, save that.
Say that, homie. You know that's gonna be last. Look at your producer, all dancing in the videos.
Can I?
Stop it. Get some help.
Can I go first about this game?
No, please go.
So I picked Kansas City. And the game actually turned out the way I actually saw it going, because I'm gonna take Shannon's script, Uncle Shay. What you don't accept in a win, you won't accept in a loss. I have seen too many games where Josh Allen is doing the most, and what I mean by the most, all our viewers is this: he's had too many games where he's thrown the ball over 35 times. And the scoreboard is still reflecting that the game is very tight. And so when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, you're barely winning, but then you're also barely losing. So then when I look at the numbers, I'm like, this is, why isn't this right here changing? Well, because you're required to do the most.
Now I agree with you. First, good. It was a good game. Came down to the wire. The ball was in his hand at the last minute and he didn't finish. So to your point with Josh, I totally agree that I feel like Josh had the ball in his hands a little too much like that. And some of these quarterbacks, these coaches have a lot of trust in them. And I mean, me personally, Josh is like Lamar to me. If you just keep putting the ball in Lamar's hand and don't give him the proper weapons, defense, tools to help him a good running game, then this is what's going to happen. I mean, to beat a good quarterback, you got to beat him. And you got to put a running game in there. And I don't know what a lot of these teams are doing with these scat backs, but you need a real running back. You need a running back that is going to demand respect and put people in that box. And also, like you said, that running game takes away from the quarterback throwing 30, 40 times. Because that leads to, I mean, a lot of interceptions, a lot of touchdowns, but also leads to a lot of turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
So
honestly, another thing too is in that game, they had too many design runs for Josh. So when that happened, James Cook started to lose his value as far as running the ball. They started to see that Josh started to be more of a problem. And something else I saw off air too. How come they didn't do more dump off throws to James Cook?
Bro, I can talk to you about that. I had James Cook in my fantasy this year, and I always thought there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of plays left on the table for him. You know, that they keep taking him out in the red zone. There's plays where I feel like he gets lost in games where, I mean, he should be the primary weapon. I mean, like, get the ball in his hand. You don't have to run him up the middle 30 times, but he need to touch the ball 20 to 30 times. You know, like, and if you're not going to do that, then bring in another back and let's split carries with him and another back and do your thing. But if you're going to rely on Josh Allen throwing 35 times and winning you the game and willing you the game, then you got to take him losing the game too.
Yeah.
And that's what comes when you put any quarterback in that situation. You thinking they're going to keep winning you the game the same way. You know, your boy Herbert, they keep putting him in a situation to try to win, and he has shown right now, he's a good quarterback, but he doesn't seem to be clutch. So stop forcing these dudes in these situations to win it all. Put the right pieces around them so they can use their team to win.
It makes me very happy that you're saying this.
I know you've been waiting for this. It's Unbiased Sports Talk. I can't lie. I can't lie. But you know.
So can we agree that Josh Allen goes down to number 4 now in the top 5?
I'm not going to agree that he goes down because who you going to put? Who jumps up immediately to that?
Lamar and Burrow.
Okay, now I never had Lamar under Josh.
Oh.
So I didn't know. Maybe we have a whole other conversation about top 5s, but I mean the top 4 is going to be arguably right now. It's going to be Patty, Lamar. I'm gonna say Josh because Burrow, I ain't see him. Where Burrow's at?
Okay. And
then maybe Burrows, and then we're gonna start sprinkling them the NFC quarterbacks.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, that's it's like a big jump down when you go to the NFC when you start talking quarterbacks. Because Brock Purdy is like, if Brock Purdy is the face of the NFC quarterbacks, that says a lot about the NFC quarterbacks.
I mean, you gotta give Jared Goff his props though. This is twice he's been into the NFC Championship with 2 different teams, Rams and now the Lions. The face. Okay.
Hell, we giving out participation trophies to Jared Goff.
Ooh, he's using this. He's using this. Okay, you're right.
No, respect. I mean, obviously, when we're talking about the best of the quarterbacks in the NFC, Jared Goff will be mentioned, but it's a big drop off from the AFC to the NFC.
All right.
What you want to go first? Paper, rock, scissors. Niners game, Ravens game.
I mean, mine's is easy. Let's go mine because I got a question about yours. I got questions.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, so let's go.
I got questions too.
Okay, shoot. Shoot ahead. Ask the question.
I mean, my question would be for your game. Obviously, y'all won the game. Y'all pulled it out in a great fashion. But what do you need to see improve going into the next game going against the Chiefs? What do you think y'all need to work on? Or is there anything that y'all need to work on?
Wide receivers handling the press, jam press. I've said this before about that offense because I witnessed that offense, in the SEC when Todd Monken was with Georgia, and I kind of witnessed it earlier in the year when they played against the Chargers, and it was another team where literally if everybody touches somebody, that offense becomes a little bit stagnant, especially because Lamar wants to prove that he can throw the ball. So when you're seeing everybody get touched and you're bringing the proper blitz, which the Texans were doing the first half, I was like, okay, D'Amico Ryan's got this team looking good. And plus, if you watch the first half, they were making open tackles just like us. Like there wasn't too many gang tackles. Like everybody was making solo gang tackles. So that's one thing I want to see, especially from Odell and Rashad Bateman. I like to see them do better fighting at the top of their route. At least when you're fighting at the top of your route, it will bring more of a pass interference instead of letting a guy just touch you.
Yeah,
I was seeing that.
Fight to get out your breaks, not yeah.
Yeah, and so when we finally got Isaiah Likely involved in the second half, that's what broke the game open. It's because, now who's the responsibility of guarding Likely? Most likely it's what? A linebacker. Mm-hmm. And so when we started to use him, that's when the running from Lamar really started opening up. So that's what I want to see mainly on the offensive side. Defensively, studs. Like you studs. Like only thing we have in relation with you and your team with Chase Young and my guy. I keep forgetting that guy's name. I keep forgetting that guy's name. Juggernaut. Write his name down at the bottom. Number 99.
Oh, we talking
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No,
do that again. What?
Yeah. Number 99. I can't remember his name right now for the Baltimore Ravens. He is not it when it comes to the pass rush. But when it comes to run stopping plays, he is what we needed. But he's scaring me, especially because Patrick Mahomes coming into town. He's going to take advantage of that. He's going to take advantage of that side, running that ball around. But that's all I got for my game. That's mine.
Nah, good feedback. Appreciate it. Nah, I mean, me, just so you are aware, I'm rooting for you to go all the way to the bowl. And I'm rooting for my team to go all the way to the bowl. Still kind of nervous to see y'all, but I really want y'all to get there. I really want Lamar to go as far as he can because I'm really proud of him. The fact that he got his money and he's still improving. Most people get their money and they just relax. They relax. I saw the man get his bag and I saw the man take another step forward. So I got to give him his flowers right then and there that I've seen him take a leap forward. And what I seen him change was he just worked on his pocket presence, sit in the pocket a little bit more, not just running. And he's now realizing I'm even more dangerous doing that. Mm-hmm. Defensive ends can't be D ends. Their defense can't do their job. They got to pick a poison. Do they rush me or they just let me sit in the pocket and throw? And they think that because I'm mobile, I can't beat them throwing, and I can't. So kudos to Lamar. I'm proud of him. I want to see him go as far as he can until you see the Niners. Your questions.
What's up with Brock Purdy's arm? He's been floating a lot of balls lately. Pause.
Top ramen. They got ramen noodles. I mean, listen, Brock Purdy is not a strong arm quarterback. He is a read accurate processor. His arm is not the worst, but it ain't the best. And when I see him floating a lot of passes, I still think that's confident.
What?
Yeah. It's a noodle. What else you got?
So hold on. Do you think you could beat Detroit without Deebo Samuels?
Do I think we can beat Detroit without Deebo Samuels? Yeah, I do.
Oh, please.
Because I don't think to beat Detroit, it ain't Deebo Samuels. To beat Detroit, you got to beat Goff. And once you rattle him, game over. He's not the type to get rattled and bounce back. He gets rattled and he got to wait till next week for him to start all over again.
Ooh.
29th against the run. They're 29th on defense against the run. We're number one in offense. 49 need to do their job.
Okay, so I got more questions. Do you think Green Bay's defense is better than Detroit's?
I'll say this. Green Bay has about 7 first-rounders on their defense. I think they have better talent on their defense, and I think Joe Barry had them really coached up, and he out-coached Shanahan. Now, I think it's going to be down to matchups. Really don't think it has nothing to do with versus Green Bay or versus the Lions. Because, I mean, we just beat the Lions. We beat Green Bay. Green Bay beat the Lions. We can go on and on. I actually think this is going to come down to how well the Lions offensive line handles my defensive line. Because if they handle my defensive line and they run down our throat, then we're going to have a shootout.
So you don't think it's the other way around? You don't think Detroit's line can do something with y'all O-line?
Their D-line with our O-line? I mean, yeah, I think anybody can do anything with our O-line. Our O-line is the weakest part of our team. It's Trent and the band. The right side of our O-line is weak. But I still feel our line is weak at passing. Running the ball, our line ain't the weakest line. Run the ball on a defense that's ranked 29 in the run.
It's true. That's true.
Stick with what got you here. Don't pass on them. Don't just be passing and be passing. Then I will tell you this. Without Debo, the offense have definitely looked different. Without Debo, the numbers they go down. And I understand why. Debo is a very important part to the offense because of all the dressing and motion before the play. That's Debo's part. And the reason why we do Cal is like number one in motion plays. Debo is to try to find the mismatch, and that helps Purdy. And what that does is it opens up so much for Purdy pre-snap. You take away Debo. Now, me personally, if Cal is smart, Brandon Ayuk could have been doing the exact same things. McCaffrey could do the same thing as Debo was doing, and you bring in Mitchell sometimes. If Debo ain't playing, and if you can't win without Debo, you suspect as a coach. Because you can't have an all-pro tight end, another all-pro, not even an all-pro, but a good wide receiver, a all-pro running back, good running backs in the backfield. You can't get it done. Then there's something wrong with Kyle.
Let's not leave this out. A receiver who got snubbed from the Pro Bowl. Let's not leave that out. I think he got snubbed.
I think him and Amon St. Whatever. Amon St. Brown, whatever his name is.
We're not gonna do that. Just say.
I messed his name up.
St.
Brown. St. Brown. Amon St.
Amon.
They know you done messed up, right?
We're not gonna do that.
Man, I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest with you. Niners look a little suspect out there.
Right. So
I don't know if it's rust. I don't know what it is, Ron, but it looks suspect.
So let's wrap this up real quick. I got my prediction score versus the Chiefs. I got us 35-14.
Ooh. I got y'all 28-24 pulling it out.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna have to be 100 with you. I got Detroit 28-21.
Cool. You want to bet that?
No.
Okay then. You don't sound confident in your conversation. I got the Niners playing the way they've been playing, and if they've been playing that way, Detroit will win that game. Sorry. If they play the same way they've been playing, Detroit will win the game.
Okay.
If they play like the Niners are supposed to play and punch people in the mouth like we used to, Detroit ain't got a chance. I see this game 30-14 Niners. I can see this game 30-14 Detroit. I can see it going either way. That's unbiased.
No, I don't got San Fran scoring 14 points. No, I got San Fran. Yeah. No. But okay.
No, I mean I got us scoring at least 17. We've been averaging 17 like the last 3 games, like 2 or 3 games almost.
No, because you brought up a big point. The way what's that man's name? White was running the ball against them. I can see Christian McCaffrey doing that and plus some. And plus, here's another thing too. With a guy like Deebo Samuel's being out, let's not act like we don't have George Kittle's and his value starts to grow. You know, because I don't know if you saw this link I sent you when your coach was talking to the referee, and he basically
he called out the interference before it happened.
Yes, but if you got that type of mind frame, I'm only imagining what you're doing right now with your week to get ready for the Detroit Lions.
Nah, facts. Hopefully the Niners was just rusty, but there's some things I would definitely change. But let's move on. Let's get past this. Look, that's why we play the game. You got let them figure it out.
All right. What's next?
All right, Ron. I got questions for you.
Uh-oh.
This next topic, it's an everyday topic. It's a barbershop topic. It's one that's gonna go on and on and on. This GOAT debate that LeBron has obviously skipped some steps, and he's arguably mentioned to be the GOAT, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people who go, well, if you putting him with the Mike and LeBron debate, but there's a lot of people who agree, like, what happened to Kobe? How did he get over Kobe? How did this happen? Mm-hmm. And I wanna ask you some questions about the myths behind Kobe and this whole debate about LeBron and Kobe. Now, first and foremost, who was better to you out of these two basketball players?
Kobe.
Damn, you said it quick.
I didn't even let you finish. Kobe.
No hesitation, no nothing.
No hesitation. Because
why do you put Kobe over LeBron?
Because what he's doing on offense, he's going to give the same type of effort on defense. Like there is no like, come on now. Like again, like what did they say that Kobe was a copycat version of Jordan, right? When we watched Jordan, right? Whatever he was giving on offense, he was giving it on defense. And so if we're measuring basketball, coach, you have a player who's going to go out there and drop 25, and he does not mind going your best player, even in the regular season. He's going to go guard your best player.
Facts.
So I don't see why that. Plus, let me get to some other things. Let's get to the offensive standpoint, right?
Scoring, who's better?
Kobe.
Most superior scorer to me, hands down. We don't even talk about it. But the myth is people use statistics of LeBron versus Kobe that LeBron's basic averages are higher than Kobe, and they start to use that as an argument that LeBron is a better scorer. Now, unless I'm deaf, dumb, or blind, it's very easy to see who is the better scorer without looking at any statistics. But when people look at basic statistics, which are base numbers, which is 27 versus 25, and efficiency, they think that means LeBron is more efficient. Can you explain to people that those are very base numbers and it's a bigger story? And tell me that story about who's a better scorer from 3 feet away from the basket. Who's a better scorer all over the floor?
Kobe. Like, that's not even like, I don't even know why. Sometimes I don't even know why this is really the discussion, because if you play basketball, you should understand this. Majority of LeBron's career, he has what? He has shooters. When you have shooters, don't you respect shooters? So you're not going to leave a shooter. So what does that mean? You got somebody who's 6'8", 260, 250, whatever he is, he's always going to be in isolated situations. Mm-hmm. Now, that's no diss. That's a fact. There's no diss. That's a fact. If a team had 3 Pejas and you had Kobe, you think they're leaving Peja to go double team Kobe? No, they're not.
This is where I think people fail to realize when it comes to LeBron and Kobe, right? Mm-hmm. LeBron sexuals discredit Kobe to put LeBron up. I don't want to discredit one for the other. If you're great, you're great. But when we compare these dudes, these numbers in front of me, what do they say? This dude then played with like 22 All-Stars and 16 Olympians. He had to cut the list down so we can see it. Then they say Kobe played with Shaq. Shaq carried him. But you can look and see on average of the stars that LeBron had versus Shaq and those stars, LeBron had more help.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Because every time this comes up with Shaq, the first thing I always hear is about Batman and Robin, saying that, you know, Kobe was Robin and Shaq was Batman.
What is a Batman and Robin to you, Ron? Like, show me somebody who carried somebody, and then let me know what carrying somebody looks like.
I mean, to be honest with you, like,
Mike,
if I'm thinking about a duo, and that dude was clearly a Robin, I don't know, maybe Latrell Sprewell. Shit, I don't know. It's hard because it's like,
yeah, hold up. Did you just disrespect my boy like that?
He said disrespect.
Man, sit your ass down.
I'm just.
Martin Lawrence.
No, but I'm sorry. I mean, my bad. My bad. You know, he do have here. He do be out here. But no, I don't even like that narrative. I'm just using everybody else's narrative, honestly. So it's very hard because like most duos were interchangeable. I don't remember Robin saving the day, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
I don't remember Robin saving the day. You know what I mean? Like,
me neither.
Now, Batman and Superman, yes, but I want to get to my point. So you call Kobe Robin. So then what is LeBron when he joined the champion Dwayne Wade when Dwayne Wade was already a champion? So what does that make LeBron?
That's the Justice League.
Because that's my problem. Because with all y'all LeBron.
No. Hold. Let's slow down real quick. The Curry and Shaq situation, right? First of all, carrying somebody when you average 27, I average 22, ain't carrying me. 27 and 22, that ain't carrying. Like you said, that's Batman and Superman, two superstars, right? And if you look at the numbers directly in the playoffs and the first one, they're almost neck and neck by points. Now, those averages go up in the championship game, usually when Kobe has the better defender and the better competition, and Shaq hasn't seen a real center in a championship game, but maybe Mutombo. And he couldn't do nothing with Shaq at all.
Yeah.
So the carrying, that's a myth when we say that Shaq carried Kobe. But my thing is, if Shaq was carrying and Shaq was so great, then when people say that Penny was as good almost as Kobe and Mike at one point, why didn't he win with Penny? And if he was carrying people, did he carry Wade? And when we talk about this carrying situation, I mean, did no one talks about Magic when he was on the team with Will? I mean with Kareem. Did Kareem carry Magic?
But they're not gonna say that because Magic didn't he win one and he played center?
Magic won the MVP. Magic, they gave the MVP to Magic. If you go back and try to find out, the MVP was about to go to Kareem, and Kareem got hurt. And then Magic came and balled out, and they ended up giving it to Magic, but it could have went to Kareem. So Magic only got it because he came in that last game and did it. It was controversy. It was supposed to go to Kareem.
Can I ask you a question? Why is it a problem with LeBron fans when we state facts to them?
Have you ever stated facts to a sexual?
I go out on the floor during warm-ups and I'll just be looking for a LeBron hater. I just need one of them. I'll be like, please let me find this one LeBron hater.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I need it. I'm in the crowd for warm-ups. It's like 20 minutes before the game starts. I'm just looking like, I found this motherfucker. I go out on the floor during.
I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm a hater of the narrative that LeBron media creates.
Hater alert. Hater alert.
Yeah.
Hater
Yeah.
alert. Nigga just
Yeah.
said.
Keep going.
I can't because I want to say words I promised I was going to work on. I couldn't say Ryan.
Keep going.
Nah, I mean honestly, we're gonna summarize this. When I look at the Kobe and LeBron debate, obviously it's a very biased debate. People like what they like. I don't run the numbers immediately. Numbers are to back up your argument, but they use numbers. A lot of LeBron fans use numbers, which numbers is to back up the argument. Kobe was the better scorer. Kobe was the better defender. Kobe was a better leader. And Kobe's will to win means a lot. The fact that LeBron was at the best of the best on the Olympic team and couldn't win. And when he did win, he won because Kobe and Wade were closing.
I got a question for you because I actually learned something from you about something when it comes to going to a point. Sometimes you have to use someone else as an example to actually get to this, right? Don't say no names. How many teammates do you remember of Karl Malone?
Of Karl Malone?
How many teammates? Shoot a number. How many? Yeah, Karl Malone.
Russell, Hornacek, Stockton, Shane Anderson, Ostertag. I'm about done there.
So,
and that's like for his whole century being there. I don't remember much.
So if you think about that, right? So just use Karl Malone for example, right? Where was Karl Malone in comes to scoring? Wasn't he top 5?
Yeah.
So you mean tell me that man could be top 5 with a bunch of Amazon Prime workers, and FedEx and UPS and chicken and waffles, I could go Hot Dave's.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm just saying, because Joe, I had you looking around really thinking, because this is your fault. Look at me. This is your fault. You actually created this thing about asking a different question and we're going to get to the actual point. You can even name some people, well, you didn't name them, but you didn't name 20 of them for the man to be in the top 5 to score that many points.
Listen, LeBron is a stat chaser.
Oh.
He's a stat patter. He's a flopper. He don't let coaches coach. He don't allow players to play their roles. They got to play the role. So if I got to drain your strengths for my if I got to drain your strengths for my weaknesses, you ain't great. I'm sorry. Everybody says his IQ is so high. You just drove and kick. That means you have a great IQ. See, a lot of these myths kill me. The Shaq got carried by Kobe, false narrative. LeBron changed the competitive layout of the whole NBA because he couldn't win. He created a soft Kevin Durant. He created all this right after it. And then we talk about, they put him in the GOAT category, right? And that's how I look at certain things. You got GOATs of your era. I really only know 2 players who can consider to be the GOAT of their era. That's Russell and that's Jordan. Even when I look at Kobe and Duncan both got 5 piece in the same era. So if Kobe was a GOAT in his era, then it's Kobe and Duncan. And if LeBron is a GOAT in his era, then it got to be Kawhi, KD, and Curry beside him. So you wasn't a GOAT in your era. You never had a dynasty, and you never controlled a decade. Every time there's adversity, you run and trade your team. You're the only one that keeps screaming, I need more help. To me, you are one of the weakest-minded superstars I've ever seen.
And I wish I could have did it earlier. I don't know if the outcome would have been different, but it was a difference and beat me down a little bit.
Even Jordan kind of messed up on that. Jordan even started like, I can't get it.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no way with that guy's better than if you're just gonna say he's a better rebounder than an assist. Well, I'll give you your assist. You're holding the ball a high percentage of the time, and you're running the one, so you should have more assists. and rebounds, you're 6'8". So you're only averaging like 2 more assists and 2 more rebounds. So I don't really care. Those don't equate to wins. Best scorer, best defender is Kobe. And guess what? When it comes to awards, LeBron is the man. When it comes to who's the better basketball player, I can name 7, 8, 10 basketball players better than LeBron. When it comes to the GOAT, he's not in the conversation. It's only 2 GOATs of their era.
So you got Russell up there. Okay.
He won 11 rings in his era. He was the GOAT. He was beating Wilt, right? He was the GOAT of his era. Then came Mike. And who was after Mike to dominate? It was Kobe. And if Kobe is a GOAT in his era, I got to put Duncan in that era. So they're going to go with a little slash right there. Kobe, Duncan. Then when LeBron, is going to be LeBron, KD, Kawhi, Duncan still, Steph. So you wasn't a GOAT in your era.
I like your perspective. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was good. I have to rewatch this for your perspective. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was good.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That was good.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
We speak in facts, and the fact that I think I'm talking to somebody who's a realist and not somebody who's like moves the goalposts regularly or create false narrative to make their guy look good. You're a realist, so you have an understanding. I'm not saying nothing dumb. I ain't saying nothing that's false. This is all facts.
Right.
You know, LeBron is a great player. Don't let me sit here and be a bashing session. LeBron is a great player. He's just not better than Kobe. Let's stop the whole he better than Kobe and Mike situation. We have surpassed that now. You need to try to be better than Kawhi and KD. Ron, side note.
I'm listening.
I just think about this Tank and Devin. Who gonna win that fight if that happens?
I know you like, yeah, I just wish the guy.
Wait a minute.
All right, producer. He trying to tell you that ain't on the script right now. Let's go. Final topic. Let's get it.
The final topic.
I'm waiting for
Is it about Cam Newton? Ah! Can I go first?
Please do. He's so
one
excited.
pinky, one thumb, one love. Yeah, he was right. He was absolutely right. He was right about Dak. He was right about Tua. The only person I'm not gonna give him that he's right about, because I feel like it's too early to do that, because I'm not going to do it to the other person, is Brock Purdy. I'm not gonna put Brock Purdy in no category.
Man, sit your ass down.
Your ass down. Be consistent. Pause. Let me talk for you for a second. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. I agree and I disagree on some of who are game managers and who are not game managers. But the conversation is what is a game manager and what is a game record? You know, now
change
game changer. Brock Purdy's a game manager. Don't duck it.
But we don't think it's too early. Okay, let me ask you a question. What do you think CJ Stroud is?
A good quarterback.
So you're just gonna put him right. You're just gonna put him right there. You're not gonna put him game manager. You're not gonna put him game changer.
Hey, Tua and Purdy are in sophisticated offenses where they can plug in any quarterback to just deliver the ball. It's based on, it's predicated on the offensive coordinator. So it's a great game plan that's going to be, plays going to be wide open. Is he managing his plan well? Yes. Is he a glorified game manager? Yes. Now, the reason why I say Cam is correct and Cam isn't correct, Dak is not a good game manager. Now, in fact, what games does Dak manage well?
Cowboy fans is not gonna like this.
No, let's be real. He ain't a game changer. He ain't a good game manager, and that's why they choke so often. Because somebody think that he's something that he's not. Somebody thinks he's a game changer. He ain't changed the game since he broke his ankle. He ain't changing nothing. And Tua and Purdy are products of their OCs. I'm sorry. Yeah. But my thing about a game manager and a game changer is why I don't totally 100% agree with Cam on the words. A game manager was technically Trent Dilfer, a Brad Johnson, somebody who just literally manages the game, don't even do too much to win, just don't lose it. I can say Purdy's a game manager, and then sometimes I can sit there and say, I see Purdy go out there and slinging that ball. So, yeah, but I feel like anybody in Kyle's system is a game manager because you're only doing what Kyle's telling you to do. And if you don't do it, you ain't going to be there. So you don't go too far off the script. And this is why Kyle didn't want to go with Rodgers. He didn't want Brady because he couldn't manage them. So Kyle is a different type of manager. Now, Dak, terrible game manager, but I understand what Cam is trying to say. What Cam is trying to say, you got players who can ball out and can change the game at any time, and you got some players they really can't win you a game, but they can play good enough to not lose the game. So when I look at a game changer, it's Mahomes, it's Lamar, it's Allen. At almost one point, it could have been Hurts, but I realized, no, I'm not gonna say I realized. That means I just realized. If I say it like that, I knew what he was in Alabama. He was what I thought he was, and they let him off the hook. Listen, he showed his true colors this year. He ain't a game manager, and he really ain't a game changer unless y'all gonna just run your quarterback all day. So, me personally, I don't really see him as a great game manager or a game wrecker. I just think he's overhyped. But
so basically
Mahomes, not Mahomes, your boy from the Browns, he's a good quarterback, but he's not a game wrecker.
Who, Watson? Oh yeah. So yeah,
Barrows.
Oh, I think you said Browns.
Sorry, Bengals. And most of your game managers have most of your rings. And I say this last thing about game managers. Lamar took his next step when he started managing the game better. So you can be a game wrecker and a game manager. They both go hand in hand.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I learned about QBs this past season? There's a little bit more dialogue to how we evaluate these quarterbacks versus like giving them titles and versus going with the statistics. I think a lot of
these quarterbacks have just been given the keys and ain't earned them. Like a lot of these offensive coordinators are just not really coaching and just throwing your quarterback out there. No. You got to really develop your offense, your quarterback. You need to really have a scheme. Where's the scheme? Like when you look at certain teams, tell me what the scheme is.
Because I'm not gonna lie. I said this to my man because he loved A-Rod. I was like, the way Jordan Love played this year, he looked like a guy that actually adopted the offense and did not change no plays. Versus your dude was in the news about changing plays. Now, yes, those receivers, 2 of them last year were rookies. Now they're in their second year. Yes, they got better. Yes, those receivers were balling this year compared to last year and everything. But at the same time, when you have your quarterback who's saying, I'm going to adopt this offense instead of creating a wedge between you and coaches, it opens up the floodgate for everybody to jump on board to be behind this offense. Versus when there's a wedge, and Javon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When there's a wedge, you are basically out there trying to basically either ball for a check or you're trying to appease the wrong people.
Nah, I mean, that's when you got the wrong culture in your building. When you gotta have the right culture. You gotta have the right culture to coach down. Listen, team unity. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we playing for the end goal. And the end goal is a championship.
Because
go ahead.
Because we witnesses that different with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. You see the wedge they created within the team, especially on offense.
Yeah,
it's the same. You gotta be dialed in.
Well, I mean, you can create a wedge. Your coach cannot be confident in you. I mean, listen, it goes back to your first topic about Josh. You know, some of these quarterbacks are given the keys and they're doing too much. And for them to take their next step, we got to go back to the basics. This is what people don't understand about Lamar and the difference of Lamar and the difference of Josh Allen and your coaching. Harbaugh is still going to keep the running game honest. I don't care how many times Lamar drops back. You still got to worry about, even if the running game is suspect today, I'm still running them. Even if they only averaging 3, I'm still going to run them. I'm still going, because I got to keep my offense honest. And guess what? Now it opens up. When I look at the game, when I'm looking at Gus and I'm looking at Hill, and he's a running back that nobody think they're the guy. But you know what? They get the job done. They want the ball in their hand. They smash mouth. They run hard. They might not be the most prettiest, the best elusive backs. But guess what? They keep that offense honest. Yeah. And I still think y'all are so far away from being full potential until you get 2 fully healthy, good wide receivers. Because I feel like Bateman ain't shown me what he hasn't stepped up. I feel like Odell just still ain't going. He's not healthy. He's trying to get healthy. He's a shell of himself. You got one good Zay, but I would love to see Zay with another good weapon beside him. You're still not playing with Andrews, and I still ain't seen y'all play with just a dominant dog at the running back, like a starting running back. Y'all like, you got to watch out for him. Like if y'all have got your man, earlier, I think it would have been a problem.
I'll tell you this was what I want to see, because I see this with other star receivers that we praise. We could say that for another pod. Is this to make the offense really flow? Use all your receivers in the slot, not just Zay. Mm-hmm. Odell and Rashad Bateman are lining up in the same positions every game. If you go around the league, Javon, go to CeeDee Lamb. He's outside. He's inside. Go to
you're moving them around. You're moving them around.
They're moving him up. They're moving him around. And then when you got guys like that moving around from a defense perspective, you're talking to a DB. My attention is different now versus it's like, okay, let's just go to boxing, right? If I'm boxing this dude for 6 rounds and you're steadily doing this 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, I'm like, all right, cool. He's not mixing it up. I'm coming back to my corner. I'm like, hey, Coach Lito. You see, he's not changing it up, right?
Yeah,
but if you're switching it up every round,
that's gonna keep me on my toes. That's gonna keep me on my toes.
You're keeping me on my toes along with other guys as a receivers that I have to worry about.
Because now I gotta switch up every 3 receivers. They got different styles. I've been game planning you, and now you put him on me. And you know what? I could be a good DB. I ain't studying him well enough. He got me on a play or 2 because I've been studying him. Right. But that's the only thing I think the Cowboys did well on offense at this year was moving CD around to get open, which leads us, and we're going to wrap this up, to we talking volume. We talking volume. Is he really a good wide receiver, or we talking volume? On our next podcast.
Yeah. Let's talk about that on the next one.
Yeah, because you got some points on that.
Get your ass up out of here.
Mom.
Hey, your producer was on one tonight, bro. I want you to know your producer was on one tonight. Hey, why don't you hit us with the wrap it up, B? Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
Hey, hit the button, man. Hit the button.
Like
and subscribe. Like, Ron, say something.
We got
like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Leave a comment.